So, should you buy Battlefield 1 if you're simply a single player campaign type of a player? Let me give you a little background on my gaming history. Started back Doom, Wolfenstein, way back in the early 90s. Mainly playing single player up until Black Ops 2. That's when I got into multiplayer and found that more to my liking once I had a fast internet connection and I could actually compete and play. And even though I sucked really bad, it was worth it to me just to buy a game with the download content simply for the multiplayer aspect of it, and never really played the campaign. If you're like me and you don't have money to spend on every game, single player, multiplayer, however you want to do it, and you need to be frugal with your money and really do your homework and select which titles you are going to buy, then I'm here to try to help you with that. So, Battlefield 1. If you're not into multiplayer, is it worth it? Let me tell you right now, the short answer is yes, 100%. 100%, it is worth every penny. I've played a couple hours of the campaign. Usually I would just jump right into the multiplayer, but I decided to go with the campaign first, see how that was. It is one of the most immersive stories, and it really grabs you. And you want to watch all the cutscenes. You don't want to skip anything. You want to see it. You want to hear the story. You feel for these characters. And when you die and you see the birth date and the death date and the name of your character on the screen, you actually feel for that person. And it actually is an emotional game. So if you're going to buy it simply for the single player aspect, if you were thinking of buying it simply for the single player, then I'm telling you right now, go out and get it. Go out, buy this game. You will not regret it. It is incredible. The graphics are incredible. I have been playing it on my PC on a 24-inch Asus monitor, 144 Hz, and on an LG 34-inch 21:9 aspect ratio 75 Hz monitor. Both of them unbelievable. I do recommend getting a widescreen monitor for a game like this. It really an ultra wide monitor, 21:9 aspect ratio. You will need a more powerful graphics card. You are pushing more pixels. Mine is 2560 by 1080. That is roughly 2.7 million pixels compared to 1920 by 1080, which is roughly 2 million pixels. So you're looking at about 33% more pixels that you need to push. I am running a GTX 1070 Zotac Extreme Amp Edition, and it runs it at, and I'm running it at 120% scale, and it runs it at 90 frames per second, 95 frames per second. So I would definitely recommend getting the hardware. If you're going to buy it on a console, then you don't have to worry about that. It's going to have the same single player. I definitely recommend it. And if you are into multiplayer, then obviously you will have years of DLC content and fun to come. Yes, it will cost you more if you want all the DLC, but like with Battlefield 4, I have been playing that since it came out close to 3 years ago now. So for the $120 that I spent for the entire package, I got close to 3 years of gameplay out of that. I don't know what other game or activity you could spend that much money on and get that much playtime out of, and I would just highly recommend any game in this series. If this is your first time, if you were debating getting Call of Duty Infinite Warfare or this, if you had to choose, I would definitely choose Battlefield 1 from all the reviews that I have seen with Infinite Warfare. There's some good things, but there's a lot of bad things. I cannot find one bad thing with this. Battlefield, DICE, EA, they have nailed it with this game. I can only give it my highest recommendation. If you like this video, please subscribe, and there will be a link to the first part of the campaign if you would like to watch it, get into it, see if you really want to buy this, but I do recommend it. Thanks guys, have a good one.